Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and today we're going to take our little seedling that we grew from December 22nd of 2020, and as you can see, I have two little surprises that came up with it. So what we're going to do is give them three different pots. I have this one for the bigger one, and these two for the ones that are just starting out. And then to prepare myself for this, I also got us some rocks to see how we can hold a tree into the potting soil. And the soil we're going to use today is 1 part worm castings, 2 parts peat moss, 2 parts sand, and 1 tablespoon of Mykos. The reason why I'm using all sand is because the pots are small, and with the perlite it'll be a little bit too big for my little pots. So we're going to try this out and see what happens. Today it's a cold morning. My bird bath froze over. It's a good thing I had a ball on there so it wouldn't crack because it's porcelain. It's 27 degrees Fahrenheit with a -2 or -2 Celsius. It's cold out there. But not as cold as it was during the winter, but it's cold. So what we're going to do is first we're going to get rid of our tag, squeeze the pot, hit it, and as you can see, it's tough coming out. So all I'm going to do is take the tag that we put in there, a little old popsicle stick, hit the sides. I don't know what kind of root system we're going to have on here, but we'll find out. They do not want to come out of the pot. Although we got the little one there. There's our big one. And here's our little one. So our little one, since it's tall, this is the second one that came up. I'm going to dip my root pruning shears, but you can see it's just starting to get a new growth. And you can see the long taproot. Here's where it broke off the seed. So right now I'm getting a couple little feeder roots. So with this pot, I can take at least a third off of the taproot. And then I'm going to take my soil. I got a screen in the pot. All pots have the screens in them. And we're going to take our potting soil, put it inside, place our cutting in there gently, and you know what, I forgot to bring water. But that's alright, we'll get them in the pot, in a little container, and then we'll get the water. So, this one's in pretty good. Now we'll take our other little pot with the screen inside, and I'm going to put soil in there. Now this baby one has not developed a taproot as of yet, but it's starting to grow. So what I'm going to do is dip, and you can see just the start of the taproot. So I want it to develop feeder roots, so I'm just going to cut the tip off. Just like that. Put it in our soil. Cover it. Press it in. I know we disturbed it a little bit, but what are you going to do? Now, our other pot. Fill it up. Some soil. And then this one here, a dip. You can see the taproot starting to twist, so there's got to be feeder roots under there. So I'm just going to cut that piece of taproot off. Put our tree, we're offset it a little bit. Put it in our little pot. And we'll press it in real good. And if my cord reaches far enough, which I doubt, if you hold on a second, I'll go get my container for water. So here we go again. I got the container. Water in a little bit. You can see how nice it'll drain in real nice. Now we disturb the roots as little as possible because they're just small seedlings. Whatever soil came out, we're going to put back in. And then I'll put it on a bright sunny window because it's a little bit cold outside with the temps. But what are you going to do? That's spring. Okay, we got them in. Hopefully they'll grow. I'll put a little stone here for the little one to keep it in its pot, like so. The other guy over here, put a stone. Now let's get a different color because it's black. So so we can see. I'll put a nice little stone in the corner here, like that. Just something to keep the tree company. And then this one, got it watered. The house would be too big to fit in there, so we're just going to put a piece of stone or a piece of slate. The slate I can break with my fingers because it's like an old stone. I mean, it's so thin you can break it with your fingers. And we'll just put a little more soil around it. We're just doing this so we can get it to grow. And then we'll put it outside and see what we can, how much vigor it'll get. See, I just crack it. Now this is just to hold the tree in and just to give it a little bit of a scenery, so to say. Just so it's not plain. Now I couldn't put the stone in deep yet because I want these little baby roots to grow. Just add a little soil around the rocks to make them, don't make them look like they're sitting outside of like they were just thrown on the ground. Just take your little spoon, put it in. Little dab. Remember, you're the artist. You're the one that's creating your little trees. Now, just give it a hair more water. A little bit more. Wash it through. I'll put it on a bright, sunny basement window the best I can get out of it, and keep turning them every day. Mark them. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of Azos and put it in to the top of the soil so it gets down to the roots. And this will help them to spread out more. As you can see, the Azos gets beneficial bacteria gets into the soil pretty good. And just a little bit more. Let them drain. And there you have it. Just wipe off your pot. Don't worry about the front right now. Now let me get a little paper towel so I don't present a dirty pot. And these are little dishes you can find in the store, thrift store, wherever you're at. Pick them up and just drill a little hole in it. And there's our little tree. Either way, either side it's good. And you got your little stones in there. Here's our little seedling that just came up with the little stone, our little pot. These little pots you can get on Amazon. And then we got our one with our long taproot. It's growing a little to the side, but that's alright. It should straighten up when I put it in the window. When the sun's coming this way, it'll lean towards the sun. So every day, if you got them like this in your window, since this is a square pot, every day, a turn, a turn, a turn. And that way there, it'll keep it straight and going to the sun. Now, if it's growing too much to the sun during the day, then just give the pot another turn. So, thank you for coming to my video today. Today's Thursday. Grab a good book. Get a nice hot cup of tea for yourself. Pull up your favorite chair. Sit down with your wife or your loved one or your children. Have a day to read. And enjoy the evening with them. And enjoy a good book. My name's Tom Novak, and thank you for coming to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors.